Hi, and welcome to WOWIT. I'm going to walk you through how to set up autoresponders on Roundcube. So Roundcube is one of the email service options you might be using for your web hosting email. So I'm on an account here on Roundcube. You might think you would go into settings to set up autoresponders. However, on Roundcube, that's not how it works. You actually click on the email address, and then from this selection you find autoresponders. Now from the autoresponders page, you click on Add Autoresponder. Now, important to note here, it's not as obvious as something like Gmail or Outlook. There's a little more effort required to set this up. You actually have to plug in some information yourself. Unless you're familiar with character sets, I would leave that as the default. And for interval, I'm going to enter 96 hours. That's 4 days, which is the default for Gmail. So we'll use that. Now in the from, you have to tell it what you want it to reflect. So you'll use the variables, it's noted at the top here. So in from, we want that to be the from email. You won't necessarily know the name of the sender, so I prefer to make that email. And in the subject, we're going to specify subject. Now I've already created the text that I want to add, so I'm just going to paste that into the body. And note the checkbox here. If you wanted it to be an HTML, you can select that. And now we have some options here at the bottom. If you want this to be the default forever, so in this example, I'm entering a default response to anyone who sends an inquiry. So I want that to be on always. So I'm going to leave this as immediately for the start and never for the stop. If you wanted to have this in specific time frame, you could enter custom and you'd select information from here. We are going to leave that at never. Now, for some interesting reason, the warning message still displays here in Roundcube. You can safely ignore that in this situation because that warning was for a custom date. Now, when you click Create / Modify, it's going to set this up. So let's see how this looks. And now it shows you that you have a successful autoresponder. So we're going to go back and look at autoresponders. On that main page, it will show you there is our auto response. Let's go back into email, and what I'm going to do off screen here, I'm sending an email to this account, and I want to show you how this is going to work for the sender. Now Roundcube is a little slower than Gmail. There's our response. Or not our response rather, but the email that was sent. Now, the sender is typically going to receive information that we added in our auto response. And I'm just going to send this off to you so you can see how that looks. I want you to see exactly what the user receives, just to get a feel for how this looks. And this will help you decide what text you want to include and what formatting you want to consider. So this is what the sender actually actually received. So you see the formatting is slightly different than what was entered, but for the most part it's acceptable, and it has the content, which is the most important aspect. Now with Roundcube, if you want to know if an autoresponder is turned on, you're going to have to go back into the settings and look. It doesn't have an automatic notification for you. Just something to be aware of. So that's it. Now you know how to set up autoresponders in Roundcube. I hope you enjoyed this video and find it useful. I'll see you in the next one.